Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Their Excellencies, the Right Honourable Dame Patsy Reddy, the Governor-General of New Zealand, and Sir David Gascoigne.
Te rau ōrongo. Oi whiwhia te tohu, oi rawea te tohu, oi tamaua te tohu. Uhi wero, taumata rautia te tohu. Hauri e, hui e, tāri e.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ngā mana, ngā reo, ngā iwi o ngā hoewha. Tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Kia ora tātou katoa. Nau mai haere mai rā ki te whare kawana. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you all and welcome to Government House. I specifically acknowledge Te Ariki Heather, Deputy Prime Minister of the Cook Islands, the Honourable Chris Hipkins and the Honourable Julianne Genter, Ministers of the Crown, William Heather, Opposition Leader of the Cook Islands Government, Her Excellency Te Ramoana Yala, Cook Islands High Commissioner to New Zealand, our kaumātua Parishasha and our kuia Te Ripawai Higgins. Tēnā koutou katoa. It is a great pleasure to host this investiture ceremony and bring together 16 very special honour recipients along with their family and friends to recognise the contributions they've made to our society. Today, we also mark 125 years of universal suffrage by dedicating this ceremony to the achievement of New Zealand women. As Governor-General, I have the authority and the privilege on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of New Zealand, to hold an investiture for her and to confer the honours to which each recipient is entitled. Ladies and gentlemen, as each one is honoured, I invite you to join me in thanking and congratulating them for their service to our country. Hewitt Humphrey will now summon the recipients and read a citation for each one.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Dame Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, the Honourable Dame Annette King of Wellington for services as a Member of Parliament. The Honourable Dame Annette King was Deputy Leader of the New Zealand Labour Party and Deputy Leader of the Opposition from 2008 to 2011 and from 2014 until March 2017. Dame Annette was the Member of Parliament for the Rongotai electorate in Wellington from 1996 until stepping down from politics in 2017. She was previously MP for Horewhenua from 1984 to 1990 and of Miramar from 1993 to 1996. She's held a range of portfolios as a cabinet minister. She held the portfolios of employment, immigration and youth affairs from 1989 to 1990. As Minister of Employment, she played a key role in the establishment of the Community Employment Development Group. Following the 1999 election, she was appointed Minister of Health in the 5th Labour Government of New Zealand, later shifting to other portfolios in 2005, which included transport and police and justice from 2007. Key achievements during Dame Annette's time as a minister have included the establishment of the current District Health Board system, changes to the Public Health and Disability Act, the Policing Act, the rebuild of hospitals from Kaitaia to Invercargill, as well as action on smoking and obesity. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the Queen's Service Order, Mrs. Raewyn Fox of Porirua, for services to family, budgeting services and the community. Raewyn Fox began as coordinator of the Porirua Budgeting Service and progressed to more senior roles, including as a National Committee member and President of the New Zealand Federation of Family Budgeting Services, NZFFBS. She then became NZFFBS CEO, overseeing a new quality assurance program and training policy, increased profiling of NZFFBS nationally, the co-development of effective funding strategies, a new adult financial literacy community education strategy, and the introduction of financial literacy into the school curriculum. She held roles with the Porirua Community Service Centre Committee and was a leader of Girls Brigade, a Paremata YMCA committee member, treasurer of the Porirua Citizens Advice Bureau, a Porirua Council of Social Services executive committee member, and a trustee of Trust Bank Wellington Community Trust and Mana Christian Care and Counselling Centre. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Julia Morrison of Christchurch, for services to visual arts. Julia Morrison is a visual artist whose work encompasses painting, photography, sculpture, and installations. Her early exhibited work concentrated on formalist paintings and included large multi-part works such as Vade Mecum and Golem. She undertook the Moet and Chandon Contemporary Art Residency in Avisa, France, and went on to work in France for 10 years. On returning to New Zealand, she became Senior Lecturer in Painting at the University of Canterbury School of Fine Art. She's exhibited extensively throughout New Zealand and internationally, and has produced public art sculptures for areas in Christchurch and Dunedin, including Meet Me on the Other Side, a response to the Christchurch earthquakes. Her Tree Houses for Swamp Dwellers sculpture was installed in central Christchurch as part of the Scape public art project. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Jenny Ellis of New Plymouth, for services to education. As principal of New Plymouth Girls High School, Jenny Ellis oversaw significant increases in NCEA achievement rates and scholarship awards, and greatly improved Maori achievement and retention rates. She helped establish the Waiora Wellness Centre, a performing arts centre and a fitness centre. She supported the development of the Awhina Learning Support Centre and the Special Needs Unit. She supported the creation of the Tūhonohono Tutor Group and was a founding member of the Honohono Committee. She helped develop the Tūmanako Mentoring Program for Maori students. Ms. Ellis has fostered relationships with local iwi, developed a robust pastoral care system, and built strong relationships between the school and parents. Ms. Suzanne Ellison of Waikoaiti for services to Māori, the arts and governance. Suzanne Ellison was the Communication and Development Officer for Ngai Tahu Iwi and a Senior Manager for the Ngai Tahu Development Corporation. She chairs the board of the Ngai Tahu Fund and sits on the Arts Council of Aotearoa, New Zealand. She's been part of Te Waka Toi, the Māori Arts Board of Creative New Zealand, the organising committee for Te Māori, Te Hokianga Mai at Otago Museum, the Christchurch Arts Festival Trust Board, the Southern Lakes Festival of Colour Trust, the Otago Māori Executive, the Permanent External Advisory Committee to the Art School at Otago Polytechnic, the Otago University Māori Affairs Board, and the Well Dunedin Primary Health Organisation. Ms. Virginia Goldblatt of Palmerston North for services to arbitration and mediation. Virginia Goldblatt is an independent mediator practicing primarily in the employment, organisational, health and education areas. She's been Senior Lecturer in English and Senior Lecturer in Dispute Resolution at Massey University. She helped establish the Massey University Dispute Resolution Centre and was its director. She was a lead provider in a joint venture between Massey University and the New Zealand Law Society to develop and deliver mediation education for lawyers. Ms. Goldblatt is currently a Fellow and Mediation Panel Member of the Arbitrators and Mediators Institute of New Zealand and President of the New Zealand chapter of the Australia and New Zealand Education Law Association. Ms. Maxine Moana Tuwhangai of Ngarua Wahia for services to governance and Māori. Maxine Moana Tuwhangai is the immediate past chairman of Waikato Tainui's iwi authority, Te Whakakitenga o Waikato Incorporated, and has represented iwi on several steering committees and joint management committees. She's a board member of Te Aho o Te Kura Pounamu and the Duke of Edinburgh Hillary Awards Trust, and chairman of the Upper Central Zone Board for New Zealand Rugby League. Ms. Moana Tuwhangai has held leadership roles on numerous boards and been operations manager of early childhood education and care at Te Wānanga o Aotearoa, group accountant for Tainui Group Holdings, and team leader of financial accounting at Environment Waikato. Ms. Lisa Rehana of Auckland for services to art. Lisa Rehana is a multidisciplinary artist whose video installation, In Pursuit of Venus Infected, represented New Zealand at the Venice Biennale. Her works are held in private and public collections including Te Papa Tongarewa, Auckland Art Gallery, Australia National Gallery, Staatlicher Museum Berlin, Susan O'Connor Foundation Texas, and Brooklyn Museum, New York. Her work was also included in the inaugural Honolulu Biennial. She was one of 15 New Zealand artists invited to take part in the Pacifica Styles exhibition. She completed a major commission for Te Papa Tongarewa, installing the work Mai I Te Aroha, Ko Te Aroha, at one of the entrances to the museum's marae. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Kath Fletcher of Waipukurau for services to music, science education and the community. Kath Fletcher has helped NZQA and the Ministry of Education develop science assessment and held roles with Massey University College of Education. She's a member of the New Zealand Institute of Chemistry and the New Zealand Organ Association, secretary of Electra Art Gallery, organist and choir director at her local church, and musical director of Central Hawke's Bay's Concert Choir. She established the Duke of Edinburgh's Hillary Award at Central Hawke's Bay College and organised the school's science fair. She co-chaired the Hawke's Bay Association of Science Educators and contributed greatly to the Royal Life-Saving Society of New Zealand. Mrs. Melissa Jebson of Darfield for services to agriculture and the community. Melissa Jebson is President of the Central Districts of the Royal Agricultural Society and sits on the Society's National Executive Committee. She's been President, Health and Safety Officer and Measuring Steward at Malvern Agricultural and Pastoral Show. She is a National Horse Judge for events around New Zealand. She's been Secretary of the Young Farmers in Christchurch and Mid-Canterbury districts. She sat on the Darfield High School Board of Trustees and is now the school's rugby administrator. She chairs Creative New Zealand Selwyn District. She's been a choir conductor, netball referee and Malvern Plunket Committee member. Ms. Lorraine Logan of Christchurch for services to music. Lorraine Logan is chairperson of the Friends of the Christchurch Symphony Orchestra. She's driven significant fundraising for the orchestra, helping it deliver a high-quality concert program. She's volunteered many hours to organising fundraising events and maintaining the network of classical music enthusiasts. Events such as dinners, garden tours, and functions for visiting conductors and soloists have been organised to support the orchestra. She's a life member of the Friends of the Christchurch Symphony Orchestra and a member of the Lions Club and the Seroptimists. Mrs. Thelma Luxton of Waitara for services to the community and cricket. Thelma Luxton is Regional Programme Director and Archivist of Seroptimists International New Zealand Central, having previously served as President. She's been Treasurer and President of Seroptimists International Waitara and Assistant Treasurer of the Seroptimist International Federation in Southwest Pacific. She's Chairperson of Massey Trust and a Trustee of North Taranaki Healthcare Trust. She's official scorer for Taranaki Cricket Association and has been scorer for Brixton and Waitara cricket clubs. She was Secretary-Treasurer for Waitara Cricket Club and Manukorihi Sports Complex and Secretary of North Taranaki Junior Cricket Board and North Taranaki Primary School Cricket. Ms. Dot McKinnon of Whanganui for services to the community. Dot McKinnon has served as a trustee of the Sargent Gallery Trust, the Whanganui College Board of Trustees, and the Whanganui Community Foundation. She's been director and chair of the Wellington Rotary District's International Service Committee and has volunteered her time for fundraising initiatives. She's a member of the New Zealand Health Practitioners Disciplinary Tribunal. She's been chair of the New Zealand Masters Games Company and the Powerco Community Trust. As Deputy Mayor of Whanganui District Council, she was involved in the iwi Liaison, Economic and Infrastructure Committees. Mrs. McKinnon helped establish the Castlecliff Community Charitable Trust. Ms. Teresa Olsen of Lower Hutt for services to Māori and health. Teresa Olsen has founded, managed and supported community health projects through Kokiri Marae Seaview, New Zealand's first Kokiri centre. She established the Marai's Health Services arm, serves as its Health and Social Services Manager, and is a long-serving trustee of the Marae. She's a trustee of the Te Awa Kairangi Health Network, chair of the Whaiora Whanui Trust, general manager of Tākiri Mai Te Ata Whānau Ora Trust, and chair of Mana Wahine, a collective of Māori health providers focusing on women's health. Ms. Olsen has been part of the Asthma and Respiratory Achievers Awards judging panel. Mrs. Mi Hinarere Tupangaya of Lower Hutt for services to the Cook Islands community. Mi Hinarere Tupangaya is co-founder and president of the Hutt Valley Cook Islands Association. She contributed to the Rays of Sound Cook Islands project, which provided free online stories and songs in Cook Islands Māori. She's a tutor for language classes and for Nainai's Avaiki Nui playgroup and a cultural workshop leader. She's been involved with the Cook Islands Sports, Church and Culture Federation regionally and nationally, including as chairperson and secretary. She supported cultural showcase opportunities with several museums, provided cultural advice for the Ministry for Pacific Peoples, and held leadership roles with St David's Multicultural Parish. Your Excellency, to receive an honorary Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Seriana Phillips of Masterton for services to the Fijian community. Seriana Phillips' early community work included organising cricket teams from Opunaki High School and the Taranaki region to visit Fiji for matches against Lakemba Cricket Club. She's helped newly immigrated families from Fiji settle into life in New Zealand and has helped the Fijian High Commission in Wellington prepare for visits by dignitaries. As part of the Wellington Fiji Community Contact Group, she's organised Fiji Day celebrations and other events. She's a member of the Wellington Fijian Language Committee, an organiser of the Wairarapa Pacifica Festival, and a Masterton Golf Club member and representative player. Your Excellency, the investiture is concluded.
Ladies and gentlemen, an investiture ceremony is the most important event I hold on behalf of Her Majesty, the Queen of New Zealand. It allows me, as Governor-General, to recognise and thank an extraordinary group of people on behalf of all New Zealanders. By using their talents to make ours a better society, whether by service to their communities or by their leadership in diverse fields of endeavour or their commitment to excellence in their field of expertise, our recipients have set a fine example to others, encouraging them in their own endeavours. To the recipients, it has been a great privilege to hear your stories today. You have demonstrated determination, commitment, perseverance, and compassion in your daily lives. They also tell the story of the extraordinary contributions that women make in our society. I feel sure that Kate Shepherd would be delighted to see how far we've come. In your own way, each of you has helped make New Zealand a better place to live. In some cases, your influence and the positive impact of your work has extended beyond these shores. Your actions and the stories we have heard reflect the spirit and the words of Princess Te Puia Herangi when she said, "Mahia te mahi hei paenga mō te iwi." When you work, work for the well-being of the people. Your contribution has enriched the cultural, social and economic fabric of Aotearoa, New Zealand. Please wear your insignia with pride, knowing that your communities appreciate and value the impact of your work and are inspired by your example. On behalf of the Queen of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your service, achievements, and thank you for all you've done for us. Kia ora hui hui tātou katoa. Ladies and gentlemen, that almost brings to an end the formal part of today's ceremony. But before we go through for refreshments, may I ask you to stand and we'll sing the national anthem in Māori and in English. Thank you.